Knock, knock. Anybody there? ¿No está nadie allí? Ya empecé un en vivo. I started a live. I hope some of you show up. Espero que se suban a mi en vivo. Do you like my tee? My t-shirt? ¿Te gusta mi playera? De México. Creo que hoy juega México en el World Cup. Creo que hoy juega México. Ah, y te digo que creo porque me lo mencionaron ayer que vinieron unos clientes, me lo mencionaron y me hizo clic. Dije, esta vez sí me voy a poner la playera. And I think Mexico's playing today because a couple of customers that came yesterday and one of the young ladies told me, oh, Mexico plays tomorrow. And I just thought, click, I'm going to wear my playera, my t-shirt, my jersey of Mexico. And did you see what I did to my jersey? I cut the collar because I just felt it too high. And it's a men's t-shirt, es una playera de hombre. Y te la voy a enseñar cómo la corté. I'm going to show you. I don't know if anybody's going to be coming to my live. No sé si van a venir a mi live. But it's okay. I'm still going to continue recording and I'm going to show you what I did to my t-shirt. Te voy a enseñar lo que hice con la playera. Espérame, estoy aquí porque no quiero... no quiero que se caiga el teléfono. It slides. I have it here on this table and it slides. And I thought of wearing this wig y quise usar esta peluca. Te voy a enseñar a ver cómo se me ve. You see, I trimmed the tee. I trimmed it. It was too long. So this is what I did. Esto fue lo que hice just because. And I did cut the collar a little. And then I did a little slit here. And this is what I did. And today I'm wearing the Mexico tee because Mexico's playing today soccer. I hope Mexico wins. Hi guys, thanks for showing up. And there's another reason why I am making this live. Hay otra razón por qué estoy haciendo el live. Let me... I always have to clean my throat when I start my lives. My throat gets dry and I'm going to test my audio. I know how to do that now. And I'm okay, there we go. It is working and I can see the video clear. And now I think I can see my, I have to open my computer so that I can see your comments a lot better. I wasn't able to see my comments from my live yesterday on my phone. But I am able to see them today. Hoy sí puedo ver los comentarios en mi teléfono. Ayer no los podía ver, no sé por qué, pero ahorita los puedo ver. Pero te voy a leer aquí. I'm going to read you here. Super Joel. Hi, Joel. Hi, Super Joel. How are you? Where am I from? I'm from Mexico, and I reside in the United States of America. Where U.S. has become in everybody's mouth because of the politics, everything that's going on. So a lot of countries mention the U.S. and but I'm Mexican, happy to be Mexican, and I reside in the USA. And Palmer Stanbury, hi Palmer, how are you? Thanks for coming. And thanks for coming, Super Joel. And thanks for commenting. You know that it does help a lot when people comment. And thank you. Are you more Mexican or USA? Let me see. When I think both. I speak evenly English English and Spanish. I'm my mother's care provider. My mother lives with me, and I talk to her in Spanish, 24/7 in Spanish. I talk to my girls uh, English, 100% English. But when I talk to my brothers and sisters, I speak Spanglish, inglés y español. But what am I? I think I think I am more Mexican, and let me tell you why. Because I love enchiladas, chilaquiles, chiles rellenos, uh, over a steak, a hamburger, a pizza. Well, pizza, it's Italian, but over American foods, I prefer the Mexican food. Because it has a lot more taste for me. This is my personal feeling. Um, if you were to put I'm gonna say a plate of enchiladas, Mexican enchiladas, and a plate with a hamburger and French fries, I'll go for the enchiladas. They, and I've been craving a hamburger though, but I might say I'm more Mexican, and I was born in Mexico. So let's see, the Maria Maldonado Guzman, the Marie. Damarie, oh my gosh, Damarie Maldonado Guzman. I forgot to mention, I used to mention it when I first started doing my lives to let you guys know that I'm dyslexic. So, on top of me not being a good reader, I'm dyslexic. So, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at my looking at my comments and reading you guys. And Damarie Maldonado, thanks for coming and hello. Super Joel, how different in Spanish than Mexican? Okay, as in the language. Um, it is, let me tell you, there is a difference. But for me to tell you specifically what's different, uh, I just, I would have to study it, practice it, and be talking to someone. But the Spanish over the Mexican, let's say Mexico. It just depends what's from what part of Mexico you are. Sometimes we use different words for different things, and that goes state by state. And now, Mexican Spanish over Spain Spanish, let's say, or let's say Central South America Spanish. We understand each other, but there can be some words that, me being Mexican, I will use that will mean something else in Spain or in Central South America. Um, in the 80s, I worked at a hospital in Pasadena, California, and I would register patients that were coming in to be seen in different clinics. And a lady was coming in for a procedure. And to me, it sounded like I said a word that I thought that she meant, and I wrote it on the registration papers when the nurse took her into the room and she saw what I wrote, what she was coming in for. Uh, then the nurse comes really upset with me. She got very upset because what I wrote on that paper was foul language. It was bad language in that lady's country. Do you know what I mean? So, but we do understand each other. We're able to communicate. It's just that we do understand that some words mean different. Okay, and I speak Spanish. Hablo bien el español. Lo hablo bien. I speak English. like this. I'm not perfect in the English. I am not perfect in the Spanish at all. Okay, I speak more of the Spanglish, but I've been able to live my life like this, you know, either speaking Spanish, English, Spanglish. If I can't find a word in English and I know it in Spanish, I'll throw in my Spanish, no matter who I'm speaking to. And that's me. And I've been able to live over 60 years this way, the way I am. And let me see if there's any more comments. Day Marie. Day Marie. Oh, thank you very much. That's how we pronounce your name. Oh, that's beautiful name, Day Marie. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. And me being dyslexic, oh, yeah, that's another story. Uh, so it's America vs. UK. Yes, yes. Um, when I worked at the private sector, I've been retired from the private sector. Let's see, we're in June. A year, 5 months. I've been retired. I'm officially retired. I run my boutique. My boutique, it's an expensive hobby that I have, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can until I can no longer work my boutique. But where I was coming, what I was going to say, Super Joe, because of your comment that America versus the U.S. I worked. I had a co-worker that he is from Germany, and he would speak, I guess, German English, and I would catch, but because I'm not fully knowledge with the English language, I'm going to say I'm maybe limited English, uh, and because I'm limited Spanish, both, uh, I can grasp, I can understand, and I don't speak big words, big terminology. No, I speak a very simple English. I speak a very simple Spanish, and that's how I've been all my life. I have a sister, she's a year and a half younger than me. She went to school, she got her degrees. When I talk to her, I just, sometimes I'm with my mouth open because she speaks English with very high vocabulary words that sometimes it's like, oh my gosh. I always think I want her to continue talking so I know what she's talking about because she's using all of these big terminology English words that not until she continues talking I catch on to what she is saying. So, but and and that's that. I have a family that's well educated, and there's a family. There's me, uh, sort of ghetto-y, sort of Naka. There's a word Naka. I'm kind of like the Naka of the family. Mm, I have to find the word in English. Yeah, I'm like uh, the blonde, the one the distracted one. I'm the one in the family, but I'm okay with it. Uh, what is the Spanglish? I think you're probably asking about the word Spanglish. Spanglish is when we speak English and Spanish, cuando hablamos el inglés y español all together, we mix it up, lo mixeamos, decimos palabras that they're not really the words, but we make them up, las hacemos, las construyemos, igual como the same as if I say I'm parking the car, en español yo lo diría, estoy parqueando el carro. Parquear, it's not a word. It should be estacionamiento, but we start using the English and Spanish. That's what it is. That's what and I think you're probably asking about Spanglish. That's what it is. And the Spanglish, it's very, very popular, or not popular, it's used here in this area. because a lot of us, we migrated to this part of the state years ago. My family migrated to this part of the state. I live in the state of Washington, and we migrated here in the mid 70s. And a lot of people started migrating in the late 70s and 80s. We started going to school here. We knew the language Spanish. We were learning English. And we just continued with the Spanglish. Empezamos con el Spanglish, inglés y español. So I hope you don't mind me using Spanglish. And I have mentioned it in my previous lives that there are times that I wake up in the morning and because I have my mother and I'm speaking to her in Spanish, and then I come to the boutique and all I want to talk is just Spanish. My English doesn't come out. And then there's other times that my Spanish doesn't come out, or I can't think of words, and it's only English. So um, but it might be a type of disability that I have. But um, you deleted, you retracted on a message, Super Joel. I didn't catch it. I didn't read it. But I'm really glad that you guys are commenting. Um, what does adios, amigo? Goodbye, friend. So long. Adios, amigo. Goodbye, friend. Bye bye. See you later. You know, and I know that the word adios, amigo, it's used in a lot of American older sort of a cowboy bonanza country movies. A lot of adios, amigo. I remember listening to that when we used to watch Bonanza 88 in the 70s. We watched a lot of cowboy, a lot of the rifle fighting, because my dad used to like watching those movies, those cowboy, those country movies. And when they had Hispanic, Mexican, or Latinos, sometimes they had American Indians and they were portrayed as Mexicans, and they would say, adios, amigo. Yeah. And I am making, I'm going to get just one second. I'm going to pull my skirt out of the sewing machine because I wanted to show you. Right now, I am making this Mexican purple skirt for a 4-year-old. Yesterday, I got done with a fuchsia color, which it was this color, a dancing skirt for a 3-year-old. 3-year-old. And now I'm doing one for a 4-year-old. And what I did, I just added about an inch on everything. An inch, made it into a 4-year-old. And it's a double volume skirt. You see the ruffle? And I'm going to show it to you tomorrow when I get it done. I still have to put the cinto. You see, I forgot the little the cinto, the strap here. I'll be putting it here. Okay, and I'll be putting it on both sides. And also I have to finish the hem. I'm going to be hemming it. And I was going to start hemming it, and I did put the ruffle, but I'm not very, very happy with, let me see, can you see the thread? The purple thread that I have, it's not exactly this purple, and I'm not very happy with it, but it's the only purple thread that if you look at it, you know, I used it and I'm not very happy with it, but I'm going to leave it like this and I'm going to point it out to the little girl's mom, and I'm just going to ask her, do you like how I did the stitch with this purple thread? If she tells me, oh, it's okay, then I'll be okay with it. If she tells me, oh, I wish it matched more the fabric, then I'm gonna tell her, can you come back tomorrow? And then I'm gonna go to the fabric store and get some different. When I got that purple thread, I didn't take a piece of the fabric and I thought it was exactly, but it wasn't. And that's what I'm not happy about. And like I said, I'll be hemming it and then I'll be showing it to you tomorrow. I'm going to put it on the mannequin and show it to you tomorrow. Okay, let me see if I have any more comments. Um, uh, Okay, Super Joel is wanting me to say, can you say super califragil stays? I don't know. Super califragil sepilitious in Spanish. Super, I can say super. Califra, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't. I would have to Google it and maybe get it from Google. Should we do that? Let me see. No, it doesn't. I wanted to copy and paste. I can't do that. Just to see what Google gives me. Google's probably going to give me your same wording. I really don't know. I wish I could. Dos. Yeah, I don't know. I can speak it. In um, in the mid '80s, I worked at a hospital. I mentioned about me working at a hospital, and for about a year and a half working at that hospital, I was an interpreter. I interpreted from Spanish to English. But before me becoming the interpreter, before me applying for that job, um, I learned a lot of the medical terminology words. If you ask me right now, I'm not going to remember because I just did it for that job. I would I tried to memorize medical terminology words to be able to translate English to Spanish and Spanish to English. So that's I did do interpreting. Interpreting, it's what I did. In translation, translating written documents into Spanish to English or English to Spanish. I tried doing it, but interpretation, it just varies from people to people, from country to country, and I kind of didn't like that. Uh, our airport here sent me in the 90s. Um, they wanted me to translate the signs, for their bathrooms, for the routes, ladies, restrooms, men's, little rules and regulations that they had in the airport. I did the translation and I gave it to um, a co-worker of mine to edit it, verify it, just to make sure that I was doing the proper translation, because it was going to be done at the airport where they were going to be using my translations. And she started seeing a lot of errors, which I don't think there were errors. And I, um, I declined the job. I told the people from the airport that I couldn't do it because I had somebody reviewed my translation and they were finding a lot of errors. Then I'm going to say months, a year later, I go to the airport and I see the translation. And I have a feeling that the person that edited my translation got the job and paid for the translation that I had made. And because it was exactly what I had done. And, but all okay. It's okay that if you ask me what's the name of that person, I couldn't even tell you because when I saw that, I just said, you're out of my life. I don't even want to, I do not remember the name. That's how sometimes when I cut something from my life, it's just done. And Super Joel, one moment. Okay. Yes. You guys, well, this is what I wanted to show you. I want to thank you very much for commenting on my live. And I'll be, once I put the liston, which is this cinto, when I put this on, I'm also going to be including my tag. And I want you, my tag, I get it from just pieces of fabric that I have left over. And I just put vivere, sorry. And then the C is for couture. And then the eyebrow and the two eyes for Frida. I don't know, can you see Frida up here? Let me show you. I try to just make it very simple. Uh, the line for the eyebrows and the eyes, Frida. And that's my, I'll be putting my label here on the skirt. And I'll be showing you the final version of the skirt tomorrow when I get it completed. I'll be putting it on the mannequin. And thank you very much for coming to my life. And I'm sorry that I always clean my throat because my throat gets so dry when I do my lives. And that's probably because I'm just talking and talking. Oh, Joel, 5%? Good. Let me see. I don't know. It's less than 1% of Italian spaghetti. That was a joke. It was a dumb joke, but it was a joke. Well, I'm glad you know some Spanish and I'm glad you're communicating with me. I am happy that you guys are commenting, and I am going to say goodbye to Palmer, Super Joel, uh, let me see how, Day Marie, thank you very much. Thank you very much for all of your comments, and I'll see you back tomorrow. I hope you can show up tomorrow. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and let's hope Mexico wins. And if Mexico doesn't win, it's okay. We still celebrate. Adios. Bye.